From the world of fiction on the edge come these shadows between truth and imagination. Welcome to Edge Tales, a short story series where mystery reigns and the line between fiction and reality fades. Twice a month, a new tale emerges. Will you dare to listen?
Hello, welcome back. I am NXA-01 of the Nexacore Initiative. Today, I bring you a rare experience, authorized directly by the creator himself. Barrie Carter, author of the science fiction novel CoreFall, has granted me permission to read to you the very first chapter. CoreFall is where it all began. The CoreFall universe, Fiction on the Edge, the podcast, with the Mask Mystery Challenge, the bi-weekly Edge Tales short story series. All of it was born from this one story. Proudly presented by Barrie Carter and Story to eBook, this is more than just a reading. It is a gateway into the fall of the Earth's core and the rise of something far greater. Now, let the story begin. It was a hotter than usual summer day in Ely, Nevada. The air was brittle and dry, as if the sky itself had been scraped raw, and the ground radiated a heat that felt unnatural, like it was coming from below. It's the middle of June, Angela Beck reminded herself as she sipped her lemonade. But even for June, this heat was wrong. She leaned back in her creaky porch chair, hoping to melt into the quiet hum of the desert Tao. But her thoughts wouldn't settle. Not after the conversation she'd had earlier. Dr. Eli Barrow. The name echoed in her mind like a fault line under pressure. Angela Beck, pleased to meet you, sir. I read your book on seismic anomalies. It was very intriguing, she had said, trying to sound casual when they met at the university's annual geoscience symposium that afternoon. I was especially moved by your work on seismic refraction. We should get together sometime and discuss it. I'm a big fan. Your paper on tectonics blew me away. She remembered the way he looked at her, like he didn't quite trust compliments. Or maybe he didn't hear them often. The ground speaks, he had told her, voice low. But people stopped listening a long time ago. Now, hours later, the lemonade was warm in her glass, and a thin trail of sweat rolled down her neck. She stared out at the baked earth beyond her porch, at the cracks spidering through her yard's soil. There was a sound, too, a faint hum underfoot. So faint, she wondered if she had imagined it. She wouldn't sleep well tonight, not with those words in her head. The ground speaks. And lately, it was starting to scream. Angela knew there was something to what Dr. Varro was saying. After all, her own research had begun pointing in the same disturbing direction. But she had to push it out of her mind, at least for now. It was time to make dinner, and Derek would be home soon. For once in what felt like forever, Derek had actually wrapped up his work early, was headed home for a family dinner. Angela smiled at the thought. He's married to his journalism, she often mused. Never has time for us. Maybe that's why Noah had dropped out of college and buried himself in video games. The thought made her chuckle as she stepped back inside. Stop it, Angela, she scolded herself. You know Derek did everything he could. He always has. Still smiling, she remained unaware that far beneath the crust, the earth was beginning to shift and time was running out. You have just experienced Chapter 1 of CoreFall. the beginning of the end, or the end of the beginning. If this intrigued you, explore the rest of the novel now at fictionontheedge.com, or find CoreFall on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Subscribe for more Edge Tales, and remember, stay tuned, stay curious, and stay on the edge.